Video. I don't know what happened. I'm gonna shoot a second one. The situation is though that it is partially warmed up, almost all the way warmed up. After that go, I can send you a true cold start video if you like. I probably will regardless, but so right now I got the Mega Squirt hooked up, or the computer hooked up to the car. I'll start it, rev it, so you can kind of hear the resonance. I'll explain that, and then I'll show you the engine compartment, do a quick walk around. All right. So I do have the idle air valve wired into the Mega Squirt controller. I never did hook it up. I did not program the Mega Squirt to control that. I don't know. That's about the point I hit in the project where I had moved on to other stuff. So let me get this. Oops. Shoot. Get it to open up and show you kind of what it's got going on. It is cold-blooded, so it kind of acts like a carbureted car when if it's cold outside before the engine's warmed up. Typically below 60 degrees. You got to kind of nurse it along for a few seconds until it kind of gets its legs under it. But right now it idles kind of high. I might turn the air screw down a little bit, but again, that's kind of because I don't have the idle air valve hooked up. I'll rev it now and you can kind of hear the resonance. It starts right about there. It stops right about there. So about 2,700 RPM, so it's a little bit bigger range, but the problem is that's right in the kind of driving around town RPM. But again, I'm 90% positive. Well, I say it, I'm 100% positive it's the exhaust. It could be the engine vibrating, but it's transmitted via the exhaust into the cab, and it didn't do it before I put the new exhaust on it. Pop the hood. So the resonance transmitted through the cab. When you're standing outside the car, you can hear this cheap actuator for the turbo wastegate does a rattle because of the resonance in the exhaust. So you can kind of hear it clinking around when you're outside the vehicle, and I'll rev it and you can kind of hear it. This is the idle air valve that I never did hook up. See a hose into the intake manifold for idle air control. Seat, the only thing about, none of the seats have any real signs of wear with the exception of the driver's seat. This center stitch is a little bit, it's kind of getting loose where I haven't had any problems with it. It's been that way for the time I've owned it. There's this guy here. Back seat's all in good shape. The tops of the doors are discolored due to the sun, so it is a green panel, fade to brown. So that's currently where the exhaust runs, and typically, run up through here, have an S-bend in it and run through here. Mega Squirt ECM is behind this panel. There's a wideband controller for the wideband air fuel controllers behind this panel. That's really about it, other than a few cosmetic things.